Hey guys, welcome to the channel for my Premier League predictions. Game week 14, game week 13 was an exciting week and I got spot on predictions. If you're new to subscribe to this channel, put on the notification bell. Anytime I release a video, you may be one of the first people to be notified. Without wasting much of your time, let's get into the game week 14 predictions. Yes, and to begin, the first game in game week 14 is between Arsenal versus Wolves. As it stands in game week 13, Arsenal is now on top of the Premier League table with 30 points. They have scored 27 goals and conceded 10 goals. Wolves is also 12 on the league table. They have played 12 games and they have a game to play with Fulham. And going to this game with Arsenal, I think Arsenal will still keep the momentum and try their possible best to be on top of the league table. So going to this game, I'm predicting Arsenal to win by 2-1. Arsenal 2, Wolves 1. But I will not be surprised if this game ends in a 1-1 draw. Yes, and moving on to the next game is between Brentford versus Luton Town. Brentford going to this game, they are now 11th on the league table and going against 17th on the league table. Luton Town in their previous game surprised everybody and they won the game by 2-1. And going to this game against Brentford, who also lost to Arsenal by 1-0. I think Brentford will go with a different strategy, different plan. They are going to earn all the 3 points in this game. So going to this game, I'm predicting Brentford to win by 3-1. Brentford 3, Luton Town 1. Moving on to the next game is between Burnley versus Sheffield United. These two clubs are all struggling at the relegation bottom. Burnley is now 20th on the league table as it stands in game week 13. They have 4 points and they are now 20th on the league table. Same with Sheffield United, they are also 18th on the league table in game week 13. Going to this game in game week 14, I think this will be a tough game for Sheffield United. Burnley, despite this season they haven't been great, they have faced big teams. I'm predicting Burnley to win by 2-1. Burnley 2, Sheffield United 1. Yes, and the next game is between Nottingham Forest versus Everton. As it stands in game week 13, Nottingham Forest is now 14th on the league table with 13 points. And going to this game against Everton team, which has been deducted 10 points, and they are now 19th on the league table with 4 points. Everton going to this game, I think at the moment, keep it calm, fight for points, and they are going to survive in this Premier League season. So going to this game, I'm predicting Everton to win by 2-1. Everton 2, Nottingham Forest 1. Moving on to the next game is between Newcastle United versus Manchester United. Manchester United going to this game, so far as it stands in game week 13, they are now 6th on the league table. They have scored 16 goals and conceded 16 goals with 24 points, and they are now 6th on the league table. Going to this game against Newcastle team, who are also now 7th on the league table with 23 points, scored 31 goals and conceded only 14 goals. Going to this game against Man United, I think it will be a tough game for both sides. Despite Newcastle, they have injuries and they are now building up. I'm predicting Newcastle 1, Manchester United 1. Yes, moving on to the next game is between Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. 16th on the league table against 4th on the league table. Aston Villa, so far so good this season. They have been impressive. They have scored 31 goals and conceded only 18 goals, as compared to Bournemouth, who has also scored 12 goals and conceded 22 goals. Going into this game, it's a tough game for Bournemouth, and I'm predicting Aston Villa to win by 3-1. Aston Villa 3, Bournemouth 1. Moving on to the next game is between Chelsea versus Brighton. Chelsea going to this game at a stance in game week 13. Chelsea is now 10th on the league table. Chelsea has turned to a mid-table club. And going to this game, they have 16 points and they are now 10th on the league table. They scored 22 goals and conceded 20 goals. as going to this game against a team which has also scored 28 goals and conceded 23 goals, and they are now 8th on the league table. I think Brighton going to this game is a tough game for Chelsea, but we all know Chelsea is unpredictable this season. You will predict, and at the end of the day, they'll pull a surprise or they'll mess everything up. So Chelsea going to this game, I don't know whether to predict for Chelsea or go back. Going to this game at Stamford Bridge, I'm predicting Chelsea to win by 2-1. Chelsea 2, Brighton 1. Let's moving on to the next game is between Liverpool versus Fulham. Liverpool going to this game, they are coming from a 1-1 draw against Manchester City, and Liverpool is now 3rd on the Premier League table with 28 points. Going to this game against Fulham, who is also now 15th on the league table. They have scored 10 goals so far in this season and conceded 20 goals. So going to this game, I'm predicting a win for Liverpool. Liverpool 3, Fulham 0. Yes, and moving on to the next game is between West Ham United versus Crystal Palace. This is a London derby. West Ham United going to this game are coming from a 2-1 victory over Burnley, and Crystal Palace is also coming from a 2-1 loss against Luton Town. West Ham so far so good this season. They are now 9th on the league table with 20 points. They've scored 23 goals and conceded 23 goals with 0 goals difference. And going to this game against Crystal Palace team, who is also now 13th on the league table with 15 points. They have scored 13 goals and conceded 18 goals with -3 goals difference. Going to this game, I'm predicting a draw. I'm predicting West Ham United 2, Crystal Palace 2. Yes, going to the last game in game week 14 is between Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspurs. This is the game of the week in Premier League 2023-24 game week 14, and Man City going to this game, they are now 2nd on the league table with 29 points. They have scored 33 goals and conceded 13 goals. And going to this game against Tottenham Hotspur team, who is also now 5th on the league table with 26 points. I think going to this game, after Tottenham lost to Chelsea, they have had 3 losses in a row. They've lost to Wolves and Aston Villa. So Chelsea, Wolves, Aston Villa, and facing Manchester City in game week 14, I think they are still going to lose. So it's going to be 4 losses in a row. Going to this game, I'm predicting Man City to win by 3-1. City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 1. So yes, these are my predictions for Premier League game week 14 2023-24 campaign season. If you're new, subscribe to the channel, show me love, like this video. My like target for this video is 100 likes. I've never gotten some, so please do me a favor by liking this video. Comment your predictions and your thoughts at the comment section. Till we meet in another video, bye bye for now.